Hey, what is going on everybody? Today I will be going over the worst tier 1 battle pass skins in Fortnite. So in my last video, I went over the best tier 1 battle pass skins in Fortnite and you guys really seemed to enjoy that video. So I thought I would do the opposite and go over the worst tier 1 battle pass skins according to the Fortnite community. So if you guys happen to enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, make sure to use my supporter creator code MJB7 in the Fortnite item shop. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So for this video, I thought I would change it up a bit and go over the worst tier 1 skins based off the Fortnite community instead of giving my own list. So let me know what you guys do prefer. But pretty much getting into the first skin here, which is Paradigm. Now Paradigm was released in Chapter 3 Season 4 and she has a 61% approval rating from the Fortnite community. Now 61% approval rating is actually not that bad of a rating, and this pretty much goes to show that a lot of these tier 1 skins are actually pretty good. However, 61% did get her on this worst skins list. Now what a lot of players don't like about this skin is pretty much the base style and the overall character design when Paradigm doesn't have her armor on. I've seen a lot of people complain about the character design as well as the color patterns on the first 3 styles, and the skin has also been criticized for not being that interesting even with her armored styles. Now personally, I think this is a decent skin. I don't think it's a bad one, and I think it does get a little bit too much hate. However, I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of the first 3 styles and their color patterns, but the armored styles of this skin are actually pretty cool in my opinion. I think there's a lot of variety with this skin, and I definitely think it is overhated. However, I can see why some people would put this as one of the worst tier 1 skins. Now the Paradigm also does have some other style customization. You can take off her helmet and customize her visors, and like I said, there is some good customization with this skin, but I can see why some people would not like this skin and would consider it as one of the worst tier 1 skins. But moving on to the next skin, which is Chamra. Now Chamra was released in Chapter 2 Season 7 and he has a 56% approval rating from the Fortnite community. Now Chamra is pretty much this alien skin that is extremely customizable, and you can essentially customize this skin and pretty much create your own alien. Now while the concept is cool, a lot of people still do not like this skin due to the size of the character kind of being a little bulky, and a lot of people don't like the additional alien styles as well as the base one. I've seen comments of people not liking a lot of his designs and overall saying it's not the most interesting skin. Now while those are some fair criticisms, personally I think this is actually a decent skin. I really do appreciate all the customization this skin has, and also I think it's just really cool that you can literally make your own alien skin in Fortnite. However, I can completely see why people don't like this skin and why they would consider him one of the worst tier 1 skins. But moving on to the next skin here, which is Turk versus Riptide. Now this skin was released in Chapter 2 Season 1 and he does have a 53% approval rating from the Fortnite community. Now this skin pretty much has 2 styles, the first one being the base one, which is Turk, and he is essentially a fisherman, and his second style is Riptide, which is pretty much his alter ego. His color patterns are pretty much the exact opposite of Turk. Now this skin is considered one of the worst tier 1 battle pass skins pretty much because it isn't the most interesting skin. Both styles pretty much stick to the exact same design, and I've also seen a lot of players say that this is just a boring skin and pretty forgettable, and in this case I have to somewhat agree that the skin, it's not the most interesting, and I do have this skin and I really can't remember the last time I used him. However, I still think it's important to really appreciate the concept of this skin. I think it's really cool how he has an alter ego of himself, and it really does play into that whole theme of the season with Chapter 2. And I certainly don't think this is a bad skin. It's just not the most interesting skin in the world, and this may be an enjoyable skin for some people, and if you like this skin, I'm glad you can find enjoyment with it. However, I can understand why some people would consider this one of the worst tier 1 skins in Fortnite. But moving on to the next skin for this video, which is Shanta. Now Shanta was released in Chapter 3 Season 1 and she has a 52% approval rating from the Fortnite community. Now I've seen Fortnite players pretty much say that the base style of the skin is overall boring and just not really that interesting, and while I do agree that the base style isn't really that interesting and is overall pretty simplistic, I think if you unlock all the super level color variations as well as the armor she comes with. This skin looks really cool. There's some really cool color variations. I really like the photo negative style the best. And she also has a pretty cool mask you can add on to the skin as well. And overall, this skin essentially relies on its styles to make it into a really cool skin. But I can see why people wouldn't really like this skin, especially if they don't get any of the super level color variations with this skin. It could seem a bit bland, and I do understand why some people wouldn't be the biggest fan of this skin. But moving on to the next skin for this video, I have Nolan Chance from Chapter 4 Season 4, and this skin has a 46% approval rating, and this might be one of the most hated Battle Pass skins in general, and I feel like he's just not the best option as a tier 1 skin at least. Now Nolan Chance is hated due to a lot of people not liking his hairstyle and his overall outfit design on pretty much all of his styles. Now besides his base style, he comes with an additional 3 styles. The first style being the tactical style, the second one being the tactical style with no mask, and the third style being the heist formal. And a lot of players just don't like Nolan Chance, the character himself, and pretty much his entire design. And in this case, I'd honestly have to agree. I'm not the biggest Nolan Chance fan. I don't think his skin is that interesting overall, but that's just my opinion. If I had to choose a favorite style, it would probably be the tactical style with the mask. I think that one is actually a decent style, but besides that one, there's nothing really that interesting with this skin that would ever make me want to use him in a game, and I can definitely understand why a lot of players would not like this skin. Now moving on to the next skin, I have Battlehawk from Chapter 1 Season 4. Now Battlehawk has a 44% approval rating, right under 45%. Now pretty much I've seen a lot of Fortnite players saying that Battlehawk is just a boring skin. He doesn't have any styles, and he's extremely forgettable. And I think those are all fair criticisms of this skin. Now personally, I did like this skin back when it first came out, and he was a skin I did use a lot during that season. However, this was a time where styles weren't really that prevalent within Fortnite skins. I think this is when Fortnite was first starting to add them into the game, and Battlehawk just didn't have any. He unfortunately lacked variety, and his base style isn't really enough to make someone want to keep using this skin. So I can definitely understand the hate that Battlehawk gets, and I still don't think he's this like absolutely terrible and ugly skin. I think he's decent, but he just lacks that variety overall, and he's definitely one of the more least interesting tier 1 Battle Pass skins in Fortnite. And moving on to the final skin for this video, which is Huntress. Now Huntress was released in Chapter 1 Season 5, and she has the lowest approval rating out of any tier 1 Battle Pass skin, which is 43%. Now this season was pretty much Viking themed, so I guess she does make sense to put her at tier 1. Now most Fortnite players do not like this skin for similar reasons with Battlehawk. She doesn't have any additional styles. Many say that the design isn't really that interesting, and it's just an overall forgettable skin, and I'd probably have to agree with a lot of those criticisms. The skin definitely lacks variety by having no styles. Her overall design is just an average Viking skin, nothing too special going on here, and I definitely forgot that this skin even existed until I was making this video. I completely forgot that she was even in the game. There's nothing I really like about this skin. I'd probably say that she is pretty boring overall, and I can definitely understand why this skin has the lowest approval rating out of all the tier 1 Battle Pass skins in Fortnite. But anyways guys, that is gonna do it for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and make sure to comment down below what you guys think are the worst tier 1 Battle Pass skins in all of Fortnite, and let me know if you guys agree with these picks based off community votes. But if you did happen to enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.